advice is for people to exercise caution, be cautious, of course, especially those who are living in areas that are prone to flooding, landslides, and things like that. I'm not seeing Nigel. Nigel, come! But I look forward to today's program with a sense of pride and enthusiasm. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm checking to see if everything is okay, because I tell you, I like to. Yes, I think our web administrator is ensuring that everything is going smoothly, and then we will start officially when the live starts and everything begins. All our guests are here, and of course we are getting ready for the start of another program on national broadcaster DBS Radio. All right, I want to ensure that everything is okay. Started in 2020. It was on the 14th of November. It was a follow-up to, it is still a follow-up to a program we had initially, Diaspora Link. We decided to extend the hours that we have on this program. And so we are here. Oh yes, okay, so we're good now. We're good to go. You can share the live. Let people know this is on. Let people know that we are celebrating academic achievements. Let people know that we have lovely people in the studio. I'm not sure if Nigel can feel the energy that I feel. The energy that's emanating from Studio 1. That's where I am, in the Ted Daly studio. But in Studio 2, we have our guests. In the Felix Henderson studio. Nigel, you there, man?
Idea.
Oh, okay.
Idea lonely on the other side. Studio 4.
My bad with Nigel, I did not send you what I had to send you early enough. Give me a detention, self. Yeah, I deserve detention.
I think I shall have to give you that one.
But Nigel, I was just saying that it's going to be a great program. You know, let me say from the onset and speak.
Maybe because I cannot see you, I'm not feeling the energy.
You're not seeing me? I joke that, man. What?
Yeah, maybe that's why. You know, all I see is just me.
You just seen you? No boy,
yes,
put Nigel
me
on.
And a nice picture of everybody.
What?
A beautiful flyer. Why not
Okay.
seeing you?
But you're not seeing me. Okay. Okay, so the web administrator is ensuring that everything is okay. You can see him working feverishly, make a sway in that rainy weather there, boy. What? But I not say that.
Rain plus AC make us sway.
Huh? Yes.
Rain plus AC, and he's there sweating away.
Make us sway. Yes, I am swaying too. I sway. I am sweating. Nigel, put us on the live, please. Put us on the live. Yeah, I'm seeing the flyer, but I'm not seeing that we are on.
Yes, I'm seeing the flyer.
Yes,
I'm seeing me.
But we have lovely people in studio with Nigel.
But I'm not seeing the lovely people.
West
I'm not
side.
seeing the
yeah, something is happening now. Looking at
all
my
the
phone
proud,
here.
lovely people. But I know you're working on that.
Yeah, man. Something is happening, you know.
So I know I'll see you guys in a few.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, very soon they'll be telling me on the book and the tube, hey, we're not seeing anybody.
Well, the book is on already, you know. So people are here.
Yeah, the book is on, and very soon they're gonna be telling me we can't see.
The book and the tube blazing with glory.
Yes. Good morning to you, Alicia. I know. They tell me I'm being called to duty. Where am I?
Okay, you're here now.
Yes, it's not me. There's somebody that have to get a detention that didn't do something. So
okay, yes, sir. All right, but Nigel, let me speak for the both of us. When I say Nigel, valedictorians, salutatorians, you know, and these are people, they really make us proud, Nigel. And of course, it's graduation season, you know, and those who made the honors list as well, Nigel. And those who received so many awards. Nigel, I'm not sure if you followed any of the graduation ceremonies and the amount of prizes some young people collected. I was like, what? No, man. Nigel, so, the top performers, we have to salute them, the high achievers, the graduates, the school leavers, the head girls, the head boys. SMA was in, a blaze of glory yesterday for the St. Mary's Academy. And, so we really want to celebrate their successes. The parents as well, the guardians, the family members, those who worked hard to ensure that the students, were well prepared for their exams, for their graduation throughout the school year. All those who made it happen. City salutes. Yes, Nigel. Your turn now. Your turn
We
now. Say
certainly
something.
do.
Say
Yes,
something.
yes. No. I mean, I echo everything that you just said in terms of, offering our congratulations to them and to the family, the friends, the well wishers, the teachers, especially too, So I know we'll be getting into a lot of discussion with them. So congratulations to every single graduate from every single school, from the preschool all the way up to Dominica
true.
State College.
That's it,
I
Nigel.
tried following
That's
as
it.
many of the graduations as I could.
Man. No.
Those that I missed, I'll probably go, not probably, I'll go back and look
yeah.
at them because I
Yes.
kind of like to look at them with the kids, So I'll go back and look at those.
And you see how
For
so much
those that
has
I missed.
evolved, Nigel. In our days when we graduated, Nigel, there was nothing like social media. So in terms of posterity, you'd have to go back to your picture and as if you got it.
Yeah.
But
You go
no,
back to your
it's right in
picture,
your
go back
face.
to
It's
what you
right
write
there.
for your
Yes.
digital people, go back to, the signing of the t-shirts, which became something later on. So you have to look at all those. So, but it's good that we can go back now and view those and,
Oh yes, Nigel.
yes, and bravo for all of them. Every single
Bravo.
one of them who made us proud, of
Yeah,
course.
man.
I was super proud yesterday. Yesterday was SMA's graduation.
Yeah,
as
I
you
know that,
so
Nigel. I said that already. You can move on now.
I just wanted to mention again, it was, super proud of what SMA did in terms of the graduation and the flow and the content, this, love to see those young guys, with the music and everything else and the renditions and, Dr.
Okay.
Lawrence giving inspiring
You want the
speech
five of
and
us to talk
everything
about the
else.
SMA graduation?
Yes, and then of course we had the grammar school graduation as well, which was also inspiring as well. And then of course ITSS and CHS and the cast of Bruce and Ports. So everybody did well. By the way, before I forget, do you know that Terry Ann Bino, yes, she is launching her first children's book at an event up there in Boston today. It's called, let's see if I get it correct. I think it's called Nala. Let me see, because I have something here that says Nala and the Dominican Drumbeat. So congratulations
So Nigel,
to Terry
I
and
blame
Bino.
both you and I as well because Tyrion is just a member of the family, a very close member of the
Terry is
CCD
a member
family.
of the family, and
And
member
we
of
should
the
have done
CCD
more.
family.
We should have done more
Yeah.
in that regard.
We haven't done,
And,
so we take a
yes.
detention for that, Terry. But
Yes.
congratulations on your launching of your book. It's going to be a big event there in Boston featuring local children's authors. And so those of you in the Boston community, do that. But congratulations, Terry, and we appreciate that. Liz, I know you're working extremely hard all behind the scenes and getting things going. So congratulations on your award as well. And then, Franklin Moses has been featured on the high panel discussion that they have on mental health. So quite a bit happening. So, we like to connect with everything,
Oh yes, well that's good, Nigel.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
good that
yes.
you can give us a summary of what is happening. But Nigel, so yes, we have young people here. They may be saying we're talking but why they talking like that for the? Not our fault. We like to talk.
That's what we do.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what we do.
Yeah.
Yes, look at you, Pali.
Pali.
Sister Nugafia.
But Nigel,
Yes.
yes, as I said, it's a pleasure. And I've been in the
I wonder
radio.
if any of them can speak Creole now. We'll have to ask them a question.
Well,
in
all
Creole.
that will happen on the program. So Nigel was saying I've been in the radio business for long enough to know that, and very long, yeah, to know
Yes.
that
Long and inspiring journey.
to have a to have a discussion more so with top performers is one of the pinnacles of broadcasting. It is no longer Generation Z or Generation Alpha, Nigel. You know that, right? So what is the generation we are in now?
Boy, we pass Z. We in Z now or we pass Z?
I think it's Generation Beta or something like that.
we move from.
I think
so we move
beta.
from letters, you know, we have
Beta.
X, you
Yeah.
Z, you know,
Yeah.
yes.
There's
yes,
the second
we-
letter of the Greek alphabet. So it runs from the years, I think, 2025 to, I can't remember until when, no? But it starts at 2025. So that is Generation Beta.
Yes, maybe one of them might help us, you know.
And you can well understand that this generation is expected to be deeply rooted with technology, particularly AI. You know, so a lot has changed. It's not like in our days when we graduated, as I said, you know. What is happening now is just different from what we knew. So graduations now are filled with so much, you know, pomp and circumstance, you know, from the writing on school shirts on the last day of school, the procession on graduation day, to the dance, Nigel, as well, you know, when they come in on
Oh,
that
yes,
day,
oh, yes,
the
oh,
latest
yes, oh,
songs,
yes.
the graduation cup decorations as well, you know, students taking like 20 awards and more, you know, the hairdos, the heels, you know, the applause, the togetherness, all these and more embody the essence of celebrating achievements. So, and we are so proud that we have them on here today. A quick note, let me just say a quick note. The students of the ITSS, Gideon, let me see, yes, Gideon Bello of the ITSS, he will not join us on the live, but he has sent us a voice note. And Gideon is well mannered, and he also sticks to the teachings he learns to keep the Sabbath day holy. So we have a voice note from him, so we'll be hearing him. And also, in case of the Dominica Grammar School, the valedictorian, she has agreed for the salutatorian to be on the program. You see how we good, Dominica Grammar School? I mean, just give us some applause, Nigel. Dominica Grammar School. Of course, it's the best school, you know, the greatest of all buildings.
Yes, they follow the lead
I
of
think we talk a
SMA
lot now.
and
Let's
they, you know, make sure they can ensure that. You know.
Nigel, let's bring them on time. Oh, quickly, let's just say hello to all those on the live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are happy that you are here. Those who are on for the first time, you can give us a little wave or something. Don't be strangers. Dominica Corner now, Nigel.
Join the family. A special good Andrew Carbon, good morning to you. Yes, you also for congratulations to all the students
All of them.
who have completed another phase of their educational journey. Maxine Allen Esprit, congrats to her cousin Noah and everybody else, and Lizanne, well done, and you know, yes. Dominica Connor.
Yes, Dominica Corner. What's the my turn? Boy, yes, my turn self. Quickly.
Take your turn.
Which was the first secondary school to hold its school living ceremony this year?
Oh,
this year.
No,
that is easy peasy lemon squeezy. So someone like you who is also involved in broadcasting, you should have known that back in the day when that school would always
back in the day, community high school.
Yes,
right?
the Dominica Community High School.
Yes.
So they do it
Community
even
High
before
School.
the CXC examinations.
Yes, they always have theirs
Yes.
very early. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so you got that. Next one. Which school has as its motto Mens Sana in Corpore Sano? And what is the English translation of the phrase?
Why I have to say that?
You were a teacher at that school, so you should know that.
It have aura et labora. Why I have to say
Nigel, you were a teacher at that school.
Yes, but it was my former school, so yes, the Dominica Grammar
Okay,
School.
I was about to ask if you want help. We can put on our guests, you know, for them to just answer a question or two. So
Yes,
I
yes,
think I can put
Dominica
on their
Grammar-
mics, so they
Dominica
can.
Grammar
Before
School.
we officially introduce them, if they want to answer a question, it's okay. They may just win a prize. Okay, next one. Ora et labora is a motto for which school, and what does it mean? Look at one of my guests smiling. Yes, he's speaker up.
I am going to allow one of the guests to
Yes,
answer
yeah,
that,
he's
even
speaker
if we
up.
haven't
Yeah,
bring
go
them
ahead.
on
Look,
yet.
he's showing me his crest and his everything. It's okay. He can answer. So, yes, tell us. Ora et labora is the motto for which school, and what does it mean?
The St. Mary's Academy,
This,
established in 1932, and pray and work. Yeah.
Okay. Papa. Okay. What is the motto of the Convent High School, and what does it mean? So maybe the Convent High School student would want to answer that. So why did I answer for Dominica Grammar School now?
I can't
ask
answer that.
you
You
the
have to
question.
answer it.
And we have a student there.
But I don't
So,
understand.
anyway, so what is the motto of the? But we have an SMA student here as well. But we have two SMA. But just now, how come you have two SMA representatives? And Nigel, no man. So I should get the whole of the Dominica Grammar School. You there, Miguel Murphy is there, and we still and we have Noah. Okay, what is the motto you're saying of the Convent High School, and what does it mean? Who's answering that for us?
I
The
go
convent
to
high school
let the
student.
convent student answer
Yes,
that.
because Nigel can't answer it. Uncle Nigel
Yes.
is not that
All I
bright.
think I know, you know. No, I let the convent student answer that one.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I just know it means hard work conquers all, but I cannot say it.
Yes.
Omna Vince. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yes, close.
Okay,
Labor omnia vincit, which
Oh.
means effort conquers all.
Labor omnia vincit. Effort conquers all. Okay.
Mm.
That's good. And what is the motto
Right.
of the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, Nigel? As I said, Gideon is not here, and
That's a hard one for me. But according to Dr. Dylan Lawrence, who gave the featured address, you can fail and then rise again. So I failed at one, but I shall rise again and go and research to
Me?
get the answer for you.
you know sometimes I just use my head, so I did not research the answer. So all now, so I looking for it. Me, I looking for it.
Can somebody help me, please?
Yes. I think okay. Look it.
Whether it's on the book or the tube. Well, you know what? I think Miguel posted every almost every.
Boy, let me tell you
graduation,
something.
and I
When we
think
get
in there he
when we
had
get
the-
to Miguel,
he had
Nigel,
the-
we'll understand.
He had the but I'm not sure. I think he had the theme for the graduation. But I'm not sure if he have the motto for the school. So Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, please help me. Anybody? The motto for the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. Albinwa, no, you said my school. No, I don't just call. No, we're not calling that school today.
Going beyond. I think it's going beyond this finite possibility.
It's something. I know it's something about beyond the
advancing
beyond the
purpose.
something.
I think it's that. I'm seeing something on
Okay, so that's homework for us.
yes, I'm seeing
that
something
is
on the
homework
live,
for
but
us.
it doesn't say specifically if this is the motto of the school.
Yes,
So-
yes. So that is homework. The Isaiah Thomas Secondary School's motto. All right, homework for us and for our graduating class.
Yeah, that's homework. Okay, so Nigel, let's start the program officially.
Officially,
All right,
yes,
officially.
we begin.
I'm not sure if you heard earlier when I said good morning to our producers, A&A, Team AA,
Yes. By the way,
Alvin and
before you-
Elise.
Yes, somebody's asking you. Somebody was saying you mentioned the grammar school, but you haven't said when it was founded. But Miguel was able to give us all the information.
But
about
you
SMA.
see, I ask a question and I answer the question. You want
So,
to, you
so
want
in
to.
what year was it done?
I answered the question I was asked.
But we're asking you now.
I answered the question I was asked.
What year was it founded?
What you again? Look, I
If not,
forgot.
you give me
But
everything.
I know it was on January 16, 18, is it 1891?
Okay,
Long
research
ago.
for you.
Very long.
But it's long ago.
Yes, but I know it's January 16. I know that well. I know that.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
All right. Okay. So Nigel and I are really enjoying putting to this program together. So when we decided to do this, we really enjoyed what we had done in preparation for this, and while we enjoy bantering about who went to the best high school, we are well aware that every secondary school on the island has a mission that aims to equip students with the knowledge, with the skills, and values necessary for success. And these institutions have really paved the way for the movers and shakers of society. The entrepreneurs, the professionals, the priests, even the pastors, the nuns as well, the seamstresses, and I could go on and on and on, So even me, who was too shy back in the day, look at where I am now, and it's really because of the push that I got at secondary school. So that should tell you a lot. And also, when you understand what Miguel Murphy, the son of Michael Murphy, the brother of Narine Trendsetter Murphy, is passionately involved in, then you will begin to sing the praises of people from Dominica, a small island developing state, who have made their mark in the world in various fields. And Miguel Murphy is what I would refer to, Nigel, as an influential figure. But not only that, he's a people's person, and he's involved in so much. He has a passion for so many things, almost everything that he's involved in. And Nigel, I feel like I know him so well, like he's like family. So Nigel, I'm so happy that we finally have Miguel Murphy on with us. Not on first time on the program, obviously, in Dominica, and we got the opportunity to have him on again. Nigel, your turn, and we bring them on. What do
Yes.
you see as
Well, I
well?
mean, what more can I say as it relates to Miguel and his the fact that he continues to inspire others. And what I love what I love more about it is the fact that Miguel is actually crossing generations. So his inspiration is for those who are
Yeah.
here and for the young ones coming up. But he also inspires the older ones who in a sense kind of look towards him for, whether it's for leadership or whether it's for direction and for structure. So I think that is something that Miguel has to, pat himself on the back. Sometimes we don't want to do it for ourselves, so I will let others do it for him,
Yeah.
including myself, to let him know congratulations on what he's doing and continue to inspire across generations.
Yeah.
When you can tap into the older, the younger, and in between, it shows that you have a certain amount of skills, and your skill set is able to go across the board, the line. So continue to do what you're doing, Miguel. We'll be talking a lot more to you throughout the program in terms of you and your own achievement. And of course, to those who are sitting beside you, the graduates there who are sitting beside you, look to your left and you have someone who has gone through it and who continues to inspire. And so you lean upon those. Networking is important, as we will talk about later on. So welcome to Connecting the Dots, man. We're going to connect for the next hour plus, and we're going to make this very interactive. And of course, hear from you, your journey, your story, and all the rest of it. So good to have everybody.
Yes. Good morning to all. So Nigel, how do we begin? We get introductions.
Yes. The book is kind of busy, so I was trying to run through it.
Okay, go quickly and just say hi to a few people.
Yes, so all those who are saying the congratulations, yes, we're on the coffee. Good morning to you as well. Alice, you're watching and you're just there. Good morning to you. No, Alvin, I'm not going to read that thing about DGS again. No. But good morning to you, Alvin. Maria Henry, good morning to you. Jennifer Coffee, good morning. So, introductions, we will start with I think we should go with the ladies first, yes?
Yeah. I know we have two lovely ladies, and Nigel, lovely ladies. And I'm very happy. So, let's start with the one in pink, Dominica Grammar School. Hi, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning. You could use...
You have that one.
I think you could use your mic.
You could use the other...
Even if you're not seeing the lights on this one, it's okay. So, just put it closer to you. My apologies for that. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, you are on. Hi, good morning. And just tell us who you are.
Oh, my name is Kayla Sylvester,
Okay, from there.
Dominica Grammar School.
Okay, welcome, Kayla. You'll be comfortable here, trust me. And then we have...
Good morning.
Next to
again.
her, we have, yes.
I am Lizanne Coffee from the Convent High School.
Okay, Lizanne Coffee, Convent High School. And next...
My name is Noah Sorrento, and I attended the St. Mary's Academy.
Wow, that's a voice, Nigel.
Yes, and he attended the St. Mary's
St.
Academy.
Mary's Academy.
And yes, and Lizanne attended the Dominica Grammar School, and Kayla attended the Convent High School. They even saying they attend because they leave already.
You see, they leave already. Not too long ago they started, that 5 years went by so quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the right.
Yes.
To the last person.
Yes, a warm good morning first to the esteemed scholars here from, the Dominica Grammar School, the Convent High School, the St. Mary's Academy, and to you, Ivona, to you, Nigel, my students over in South Florida, colleagues tuned in, family on island, and, everyone really, truly listening this morning. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Welcome. Nigel, how do we begin?
This is going to be an interesting conversation for the first part of it.
There's a song on my mind, Nigel, as we're doing this. There's a song on my mind.
You're going to sing a song?
Although the songs, no. Although the songs have changed now for graduation. But you remember back in the day, one of the biggest...
I was going to say, well, this is it for Connecting the Dots.
Nigel, of course I can hold a tune, Nigel.
But of course you can.
I'm super talented,
Go ahead.
I'm talented. No, but I was saying, Nigel, back in the day, the songs you would hear more like I Did It My Way. But you would always hear that song, To Serve With Love. So this song is just in my mind. Every time graduation time comes around, yes, To Serve With Love.
Yes.
I wonder if they know that song.
So let's see. Lizanne, I'm gonna just because your name just came up on the on the chat. So Lizanne, tell us a little bit about your your journey at the grammar school. What was it like for you?
Okay, so first of all, I attended Convent High School.
Convent High School,
Not-
Lisan.
Oh, Convent.
High
Oh,
School,
my.
yes. Lisan is Convent, yes.
Um, my first 4 years you was a little quiet, but from second form when we came back after COVID, because that year we started online school because of COVID, and then we came back in the second term. So from that year, I started to join clubs. I joined the speech chorale, which I am now the president of. In first form, I joined the communications club, and through second form, I joined, I think, majority of the clubs that I'm a part of now, or I was a part of. The clubs were one of the main highlights of my high school life. It made it fun, it made engaging, and I was able to make friends and kind of open up to those that I got the opportunity to work with. In third form, that was the most normal year, even though we had to wear masks and so on. And then in fourth form, I went up for teenage pageant. So that year was very hectic for me, especially as we had to start working on SBAs and a lot of CSEC talk. But I got through it, and then fifth form went by very quickly, but we made a lot of memories, and so the 5 years came to an end very nicely.
Nigel, I'm not sure if you saw any of the graduation photos online, and to see the amount of awards this young lady received. I really wish, I had a feeling, to go to the place where she removed all those photos and see if she forgot one, and I could just get it myself. Yeah, but yeah, she received a lot of prizes. Noah himself, Nigel, my goodness, I don't know. I mean, when we hear from Noah, we'll understand. Well, we still with Lisanne, or you want to come back to her? Or?
Well, we can come back to Lisanne, and we can probably ask Kayla to give us the same thing in terms of, what was the 5 years like for you at the Dominica Grammar School?
Well, when I first entered first form, I was a very shy person. I didn't really used to socialize and stuff. I didn't used to participate in things. But then as I moved up, I began to make new friends and join clubs, etc. I wasn't really a sports person. But then we had COVID, so we went online for the second form, I think. And it was very hectic because devices was a problem sometimes. And then we went to third form. This is when I became more closer to my friends and my classmates and stuff. We had fun, went on trips and did a lot of things together. Then as we moved on to fourth form and fifth form, the school began to go under construction, and the atmosphere wasn't very pleasant, so it's it made a lot of distractions, but we got through it, and we made it out of fifth form, and yeah.
Nice. Yes. And then, of course, I'll ask Noah the same thing, and then we can have the interaction here. So, Noah, what was it like for you, the 5 years at the SMA?
Well, so yeah, the first years, first form, second form, were really just about adjusting. That's how it is with any school, I guess. Finding what you like, your interests in terms of subjects and clubs, the type of people you form groups with, you form connections with. So that was what it was like for me in my early years at SMA, though COVID probably derailed it a little bit. By third form, I had joined 2 clubs. Well, actually, no. I joined the chess in third form. I joined the chess club in third form, and a year later, I entered the debate club, and so that's when things really started to take shape for me. It was a great experience. Both of those. I participated in the intersecondary school debate competition back in 2024, and my partner and I got runners up. So that experience was it was really good for me, something I really enjoyed. And so yeah, after that came CXC. I'm not gonna say it went all smooth because it didn't, but we made it. So yeah.
Yes, yes. That seems to be a common theme, right? I
Yeah.
put
Oh,
all the
yes.
struggles and everything, but they
And,
made
and
it.
Nigel,
They did it.
and Nigel also, it just dawned on me as well that this crop of students who are graduating this year would have come into high school. A lot of them, of course, would have come into high school at the time when COVID had reared its ugly head. So that was about 2020.
Yes.
So just imagine what they
Yes.
had to, transition to.
Yeah, imagine that. Yes, yes. Which kind of brings me to Miguel in a sense that so Miguel will be part of this
Yeah.
discussion because as
Sure.
the executive director, Miguel, of recruiting services and stuff at Miami-Dade College. And by the way, the three of you, make sure you get Miguel's number in case you do end up wanting to know how you can attend Miami-Dade College. Excellent place to go. So Miguel, in terms of that, though, because two things. One is it seems all this, or so far the theme has been that they started off pretty shy until they started socializing and joining clubs and so on. So my question to you would be in terms of the whole socialization aspect when you're going to to high school or schools of higher learning, how important that is. And then secondly, as I want to mention about COVID there, the hybrid, having to do online and then in
Yeah.
classroom. How difficult do you think that could be for students?
Yeah, so so I'm gonna shout out class of 1998 St. Mary's Academy, and I do want to add, just to my experience at the academy, and as I sum it up, it was 5 years of fundraising, which I think left a lifetime impact on me in terms of reaching out to others to ensure that we have what is needed for our alma mater. In terms of involvement, as you transition from high school to college, I think Lizanne, you shared it in terms of your intense involvement. That is very, very, very important. It's important to get involved in the higher learning environment, whether it's through, and I would say at the highest levels, student government association, right? Whether it be starting off as a senator or and getting the experience that you need, because that puts you in a position to really connect, not just with those other leaders, right, who have the same aspirations, but also those that lead the institution, right, and can offer informal and organic mentorship over a period of time. And this is to everyone here. So the involvement, and sometimes you have students who are very, very apprehensive. That's always the case when I think you're coming into a new environment. You tend to be a little bit shy, want to stay to yourself. But again, look for those groups at Miami-Dade College, where I have had the opportunity to be for the last 30 years. I got involved when I transitioned from, from St. Mary's Academy in the Caribbean Students Association, and I later went on to be the advisor of that for some 2 decades plus. And I continue to do that. And on campus, when I see students come in, and they, we get to know who they are. Essentially, we encourage that. But every student really should look to get involved, because that's how you advance your network over time. So that would be my advice, Nigel. apprehension at the beginning, and sometimes you may have that experience. But if you didn't have that experience, I would say take that leap of faith and get connected. It will pay off. Now to COVID 2020, I remember, traveling to. It was a road trip that I took to New York, March of 2020. When I got back, immediately we were asked to, stop everything, go home. Um, I was known as like the tech guy on my team at the college, and often I would say referred to as like, oh, no one wanted to embrace the things that I had embraced, right, along that my technological journey in school. And I think COVID, the benefit of it was I was able to step forward and help my teammates, right, get accustomed to things like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Blackboard, which was the learning platform. We would do new student orientations, for example, in person, but we didn't have the luxury of doing that. And so moving all of that into that virtual space, you need champions, I think, to be able to do that and to help folks understand that. But of course, the lack of in-person like this, can again create a little bit of disengagement. And when you have teachers who you're at home, actually there are some challenges in terms of lack of internet connectivity. So I think, COVID created somewhat of a challenge. Maybe it's not that you didn't want to get onto the learning platform, but maybe you didn't have the ability to. And then if you did have it, you may, have turned off your camera and do, I think I was at one of the graduations, actually it was yours, Convent, where it may have been you. Was it you who learned to cook or was cooking? Or
I was the student of the year.
the student of the year, doing other things. So I think that sort of created a little bit of a moment where students not only were in class, but they got a little bit creative, where they were doing extra things and such. But those who embraced it, I think, COVID really took away a lot of the distractions in itself, and you were really confined to learning. So I think it had its pros and its cons, and I think really, despite all of the setbacks and losses in terms of technology, we've been able to make some strides there.
Interesting, Nigel. When we come back to Miguel, I would like him to just give us an idea as to what school days was like for him at the St. Mary's Academy. But Nigel, what I want to do though is just play a voice clip from Gideon Bello, the valedictorian of the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. So let's listen to Gideon, and then of course we will continue with the discussion. Right, Nigel?
Definitely.
Okay.
Good morning, listeners. I am Gideon Linton Bello. My days at ITSS would start with me running down to the highway to get bus at 7. When I reach the school, we would have a general class form or house. I would then have free classes. After that would be break. I would normally climb the mango tree to pick mangoes for my snack. Then I'd go down to the court to play volleyball. There would be 3 more classes and then home time. But I would usually stay to do 1 or 2 afternoon classes. So my day typically ended around 4 or 5. The highlight of my schooling at a co-ed institution is the sports and the inter-house competitions as well. It was a great outlet for stress. My best subjects were math, physics, and electricity. They presented a challenge that I much enjoyed. I was a part of the volleyball team. I also dabbled in football, cricket, and basketball, but none of them stuck as much as volleyball did. I plan to pursue an education in mechanical engineering and computer science to secure a career in the mechatronics field. My advice to students who are still at high school or are going to fifth form is to study ahead of the teacher, especially for the fifth formers. The teacher may not complete the entire syllabus, so it's best to study ahead. Also, study in advance for a test or exam. Don't wait